Barcelona 3, Levante 0. Stevie, were Barcelona that good or were Levante that bad?
A little bit of both. I think, listen, we've been criticising Barcelona for a long time, and certainly the last couple of games against Granada and Cadiz, where they should have been cannon fodder, and they ended up with 2 points from these two games. So this wasn't a given, but the way they started the game and the way Levante started the game, like chalk and cheese. Barcelona absolutely getting after it and getting an early penalty. Depay getting brought down in the box, 100% penalty kick, was just a perfect start. And from there, it just continued. The fact that Jong got a goal as well to settle his nerves, he's been given a lot of stick since he came in as well. So, listen, at half-time, 2-0, could have been more, should have been more, and thoroughly deserved by Barcelona. But as you said, Levante, I mean, you would have thought the way that Barcelona have played the last couple of games, they might have been up for this. They certainly came out half asleep. And by the time they woke up, it was too late.
Yeah, let's talk about Ansu Fati. 322 days he was out. He came on. He scored soon after. His family and friends watching on. What a great story that is after the knee problems.
Yeah, and I'm guessing that that's going to be the headlines in the newspapers in Spain. The fact that this kid hasn't played for almost a year, and he's a kid, and you saw the reaction, not just from when he scored, but from when he came on the field. That it almost feels as though the Barcelona faithful think this is the next Messi. This is our saviour. This is the guy that's going to get us back to the heady heights of where they were once. I think that's a lot to ask of a teenager, but it's a fairy tale for him. Coming on, scoring, a 3-0 win for Barca. Everybody goes home. For the first time in a long, long time, everybody goes home happy at Barcelona.
Yeah, you saw the celebrations if you watched the game after Ansu Fati scored and lofted high by his teammates. I know you spoke about the pressure on his shoulders. He's 18 years old. Do you think he can handle that pressure? Because I love the way he plays. He plays with a freedom right now. There's going to be a lot of others that come with that. Can he handle it?
You've got to say no. How can you expect an 18-year-old who, as good as he is still learning his craft, to have that on his shoulders? I would have to say no. Is it possible? Yes, it's possible. But the fact that there are so many other teenagers around them is going to make it twice as hard. You know, if this kid was coming into a recognised Super Barcelona side, then his game is going to be elevated so much quicker. But the fact is that he's not. He's coming into a side that the older players are getting too old and the younger players are too young. So if we're expecting an 18-year-old to carry Barcelona, I think that's too much to ask.
How does the football club protect a youngster that the team might have to rely
on? To be honest, I think a lot of this is down to the Barcelona fans themselves. They're going to be crying out for this kid to be on the pitch every single second of every single minute of every single game. And it's up to the manager, whether Koeman stays there or not, to have the strength just to turn around and say, look, we can't ask this kid to carry this team, and we can't ask this kid to play every second. And the manager and the fans, well, the manager has to have the strength to do it, and the fans must have the compassion for him to understand that it's too much to ask.
Now, one swallow doesn't make a summer. A 3-0 win over Levante doesn't get you the La Liga trophy. So if we look bigger picture, positives from today, certainly, but what would you say the big picture is here with the way that Barcelona have started the season, bookended up until now ahead of the Champions League in midweek with this victory?
Well, right now, I'm thinking they're struggling to be a top four guaranteed side. That's what we all thought, even though the trouble they were in, even the players they've lost, with the players they had, we thought they were still top four material. I certainly don't think there's any way they're going to be challenging for the title. I even forget that. But I guess the real test will come next week. They play Atletico Madrid away. And if they can come out of there with 3 points, then maybe the skeptics might say, you know what, maybe this side does have something. And if they go and get 3 points at Atleti, and certainly the one thing we know they'll have is some strength and some character. So this is a big one coming up.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.